It's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I am your host, KEKFILA, and today I'm bringing you a quick video of Zoro versus Doflamingo. This is for a win-a-box. The previous game I faced against Saucy. This is the actual finals, and here we go. I do actually quite a bit of editing. If you guys appreciate the editing, make sure you guys leave a like down below and a sub if you haven't subbed already. I try to edit it so it's a very short video so you don't see any like searching. Look at that. Look at that. I just edited so you don't have to see the searching and wait. I'm trying to save you literal time for your effort. So we do some normal 1-2 plays. He takes the first damage and then he swings 5. I take the first damage with, actually no, it looks like I don't. I did dib in the die roll, by the way. It looks like I guarded out of the 1k. He swings 6k with the buggy. And because he plays the Magra, and then he throws 3 down for the Zoro and passes turn. He's kind of playing a very tricky game against me, not going full aggressive. And I'm playing kind of a tricky game against him, doing kind of weird things, playing around Fire Fist, right? So, by the way, he did get a Diablo Jambe off the buggy. So I go first 7 at his... I go 4, actually, at the buggy, thinking he would guard out of it. But he doesn't, and I go 7 at leader, paying 1. He goes down to 3 life, and I get a boa out, and I have 2 Dawn active. And from there, he then plays down a buggy and gets a guard point. Gets a guard point off that buggy, and my opponent does take quite a long time in some of these turns, but I try to edit it down to make it look a little nicer for you guys. So he first swings 6, actually at the boa. I give him a 2k. He swings another 6 at boa. I give him another 2k. And I'm just trying to deal with, I wanted to love mellow, but he actually outplayed me there with the Fire Fist. I didn't know he had 1 in hand at the time. So then I go to my 7 Dawn turn. Kind of crippled from that. So I go first 5 at the Zoro. Trying to combat his hand essentially, and he's gonna give me at least a 1k for this Zoro, so he gives me a 2k actually. I played on the 3 cost so I can look at the top 5 cards again, and it looks like I'm looking just to kind of dig and restack, and then I pay the 4 to remove that, and I end my turn with 3 cards in my hand. My opponent then goes to his turn, and he, after organizing, I believe he's on 8 Dawn. He'll pay 1. He'll put down a Searcher. He'll finish that Searcher picking up a Fire Fist. And with that Fire Fist, he will then go over and I guess he just, what else are you going to do, right? You're just going to swing. So he swings 5. I actually take that. And he swings 5 again. I give him a 1k counter. I'm expecting another 5 from him, or the 6 from leader, and then so he goes 7. I block that, and he leaves 2 Dawn up. Kind of odd, the 2 Dawn up, and I go to my 9 Dawn turn. It looks like I don't have a Mihawk to play around, so I first go 7 at the buggy, paying 1 with my special attack. I pay 4 for the, I call it like a Komori, by the way, at the top of the deck, and I call out the Yakuma. And then my opponent goes to his turn. He thinks here actually for quite a while. I did some editing down on this. He puts 1 Dawn on his leader, and then from there he swings 8 at this. Again, I just give him a love mellow. I do draw a card off of that. And I'm just trying to keep my board active in order to combat his board in the future. If he doesn't, I'll just attack his leader, right? Oh. And his hand's kind of getting out of control quite a bit. He then swings a good 6k at the card. I give him a 2k. Swings 6k at that with the Ezo. And now I only have 2 cards in hand. I'm just kind of wanting him to use that. And then he uses the Gordon on it. So it goes down to a 3k. I know he has the Fire Fist, so he swings first at that. And then I decide to block. He swings 3 at my 3. I block that with the 5 so it doesn't die from that. And then he pays 3 to KO both of them with the Fire Fist, discarding the Jambe so he can't Jambe cheese me later. And I go up now to my 10 Dawn turn, and I play down a Perona. And, you know, I've used 3 searchers this game. I'm kind of just, I know what the top card of my deck is, and I guess it's not very good. But I go to this next turn, and I keep it back on top of my deck. And I just kind of semi-organize this. Again, I only have 9 Dawn left, and yeah, so 1 is sideways. I first swing 7 at the Ezo. My whole point is to clear the board. I swing 8 at the Magura, paying 1. Actually, no, I swing at 8 at leader. I swing 8 at leader, yeah. And getting the character out here, the Gecko Moria, that gets me a card, and I add that 3 cost to my hand, and then I remove his Magura, because I guess I had nothing else to do with it at the time. So my opponent goes to a pretty interesting turn here, and there was a big pivotal point here. He plays down this Ezo, and this Ezo is able to actually get out a Whitebeard off the top of his deck, and he just plays down the Whitebeard. Honestly, really good turn. If I was planning to play a Mihawk the next turn, I can't really do much with that, and I mean, I'm gonna want to clear the Ezo regardless, and that's actually just what I do. Like, I can't kill him this turn, so I decide to get 1 card out of his hand. Then I bottom deck the Ezo, and then I only have 1 in hand. I'm kind of wanting him to attack my life, but he's gonna try to easily get my Kuma dead, and I have 1 card in hand. He looks at this opportunity for quite some time, and then he decides to put 3 Dawn total on his Zoro, killing the Kuma. That just guarantees it. Then he thinks here for a long time. He attacks me, KOing the Perona, and he places the blocker Marco. Pretty busted, and he has 1 Dawn open. So I can't just like remove the Marco like that. So I decided to swing 9 to see what he does. I have a Gecko Moria on top of my deck I want to call, but he blocks, interestingly enough, and I'm thinking, I need to kill, I need to do whatever it takes to kill this 9 cost here, because I can't really deal with it. So I talk it out. Do I need to swing 14? Can I swing 13? Like, it's a 10k, so I have to deal with that, and I just go all 15 at it, and he has to let it die, unfortunately for him. But fortunately for me, that's just honestly interesting gameplay, right? I don't think it was exactly a bad move. It was just interesting to see that happen. I think he should have just took the damage, to be honest. There really wasn't any reason not to take that damage. But what he does now is he is on his turn. He thinks here for a moment, and I believe he just uses a Gordon. He Gordons my Mihawk, so now instead of being a 9k, it's a 6k. And I say, okay, he swings big ass at that. I let it die. He plays 2 for Dawn, picking up a buggy and then ending his turn. And I go to my turn. I play 3. I play down the Doflamingo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, what a good curve. So 7 at his leader, nothing else to do. I play down the Jinbei. Try to make it a little annoying for him. I really just need a body out there. And then I pay 4 just to play down this Gecko Moria. I made a mistake here. I have Love Mellow in hand. I want to use the Love Mellow. And I even was like, there was judges and stuff looking at me, and I was just like, yep, that's what I meant to do. Yep. I didn't want to do that, actually. So he plays on the buggy, gets the Rad Beam, and now I know his hand's pretty stacked with Rad Beams and guard points. And he gets a Makino out as well, so from there, you know, he gets his 2 searches on. He puts 1 under his leader, and after thinking for some moments, he does actually swing 6k at me, and I block out of that one. He swings 7 at me, and I take that one, and he passes turn. Again, he has 2 Dawn open. He has a blocker. I have 3 attackers. I cannot win this game because of just the 2 Dawn up alone, right? And the Rad Beam is so much counter. He has 5 cards in hand, so I have to live another turn. I bottom deck that Marco to begin with, and then I swing 5 at the Dadan. I just want to get this Dadan dead, and he's gonna have to use all the cards in his hand to save himself. So he Rad Beams and guard points, the 5 and the 6, and I swing 5 again. He actually thinks here for quite a long time. He looks in my hand, and I mean, I wanted to think about this, guys. I have 6 Dawn left active. I need to be able to live this turn, and he has to think I have to be able to kill me this turn because he's not going to live another turn after this. So he needs to be able to save this to Dan, honestly. And I'm not quite sure what he's thinking, but the main thing is that, you know, 6 Dawn up, he does counter out of that, which is pretty smart. And then I play down the Kuma. So I have 1 blocker, 2 Dawn up, 2 cards in hand, 1 card in my life. And I don't remember if I got the Love Mellow to begin with. So, oh no, I think I remember now. So he plays on the Makino, swings 7 first. I use the Love Mellow, I draw a card. So I use it right away on the first buggy attack, which is a 7. He swings 7 again at leader. And I just kind of counted out. I count all this down kind of out loud, saying I can do this, I can do that. I have actually quite a amount of counter in my hand, like I think at least 2 2Ks. And essentially, I just take it. And it was a Love Mellow, by the way, so I have no counter up, but it was a Love Mellow in my life. So, 3 cards in my hand, 4K counter. All I can do is block 1 and then counter the other one. But he decides to go the longer route. I need to have, you know, 2K. I need to have, basically, for him to win, 1 non-2K card, right? Out of my 3 cards. It could be a 1K, 1K, and a 0K. I think that's what he's hoping I have. So he divides this a little interestingly and, you know, really thinks about it. I don't think he had the math just because I had the 2 2Ks, but he first just swings 5 in my leader, trying to see exactly what I would do. I would give him a 2K counter, and from there, you know, he really has no way out now, especially even if he plays like a Zoro down. Because he needs to be able to get through my blocker. So he swings 7, hopefully, 6, basically hoping I don't have 2 1Ks or a 2K. And I counter out of that, and he places down a Zoro, and he swings for 7 at leader. And I block it, and then it's just GG's. It gives me a fist bump. I got it. I showed him I had the Love Mellow, the last card of my life, so I had just enough counter before. And honestly, that game really comes down to about 1K counter if you really think about it. Maybe 2K counter if you really, really think about it. But I appreciate all of you that watch this game. And let me know, again, in the comments if you guys like this style of editing. If you guys are looking for more, I'm possibly looking to do some editing for other people if they're wanting to do either edits to their video or commentaries on their video. And OP04 is coming up. I'm going to be doing some Queen gameplay, and I'll let you know how that is. But I will see you all in the next video. Ciao.